Got the Patriot.
Good stuff.
This is the best roasted coffee in the world. Do you know anything about this, Chris?
I'm not sure.
So today we're just gonna kind of take you through my morning routine. Got up at 5 this morning, did some work. It's getting close to time to getting the girls up. So I have to give them milk, get them dressed, get them ready before my mom comes to take care of them for the day. So, coffee first. If you know what you're doing, you weigh your coffee. It smells so good. Okay, that's going. So if you notice, my stove knobs are not on.
Yeah, what's up with that? Are the girls lighting it up?
Oh yeah. Yo, come by and they're making like a spaghetti leche.
How old are the girls now?
Oh my gosh, they will be 2 years old in 16 days, which is insane.
Yeah.
When you have kids, everybody tells you it goes by fast, and it really does. But it's interesting because I can still sort of smell the operating room, because Jen had a C-section, so yeah. I can still feel that room and smell it and like what that felt like to be there.
Right.
But I don't I see older pictures of the girls and I don't remember them not having hair or teeth. You know what I mean? Same thing. Gotta be fair.
Gotta be fair.
And then to the drop. On camera cheers.
Cheers.
You always gotta make eye contact when you cheers. It's gonna be a little dark in here at first. Hi, babies. Uncle Chris is here. Look at that hair. Woo! How'd you guys sleep? Magsy, you smile?
Describe to me the day that you found out you were gonna be a dad. And then the day that you found out you're gonna be a dad of twins.
Oh man. Well, the day that I found out I was gonna be a dad, Jen and I went on a date and we went to this Italian restaurant in town, and they have like white tablecloths and the restaurant's packed, and they put us at a two-top table right in the middle of the restaurant. And she gave me this card, and it was kind of obscure and like vague, but it was supposed to tell me that she was pregnant, right? And I was reading the card and I was just like, what? And then she took out the pregnancy test and slid it across the white tablecloth in the middle of this a nice Italian restaurant. And I haven't
heard this story.
You haven't? Yeah, and I was like, you know, obviously that you don't know what to think or what to say, and you're just like, are you serious? You know, whatever. And we both stood up and are hugging each other, crying, and it's kind of a quiet place. Everybody's drinking wine, and you can hear forks and knives on the plate or whatever. And they're just kind of looking at us like they seem happy, but they're crying. I don't, you know. And then we sat down and had our meal, and I just remember being, you know, just like so pumped. And then so we went in for our first ultrasound, and you know, the lady's doing the ultrasound, and it's like the black and white screen. It's just like blobs and stuff. I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm just like, man, this is cool, I guess. And Jen noticed instantly. She was like, wait, hold on a second. Am I seeing two? Just like really calmly, the ultrasound tech was like, yeah, you're having two. And I was like, two what? And Jen just started bawling, like not in a good way. She was devastated. Like, what are we gonna do? We have 2 kids now. You know, people ask us like, man, I don't know how you do with 2. And I think there are some things that are more challenging because there's 2.
Right.
And then some things that are easier, you know? So, and it's all we know. So it's just for us, this is what having kids is. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best. Can you wave to Uncle Chris? No, this is Daddy's. You wave to Uncle Chris? Yeah.
Monkey.
Not bad.
Linda.
Are we done?
Okay.
No.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Thanks, Mom. Let's see.
Qué bonita la nena. Ay, qué preciosa. Qué preciosa.
There's one. 1, 2, don't worry. Good job, baby. One side. Hold on.
Oh, somebody ate a full
crackers.
Oh.
Was this you, Rye? Rye, did you do this? You look like you did.
Right.
Sit down. Nice job.
Good dogs.
All right. Beautiful day. Never see mommy. So like some races, when you sign up, if you have a stroller, they make you go in the back and start in the back. And I'm not sure if all races are like that, but if there's one where I can start closer to the front, yeah, I wonder if I could do a sub 20 with the stroller.
I mean, who's gonna like? What jerk is gonna be like? Hey, buddy, back of the line. you just line up on the front row with your stroller.
Yeah. We're at the world famous Born and Bred in Lakeland, Florida, owned by their mom.
I don't want to be in the video. No, I don't.
Well, what?
It's a fish.
You say bye-bye? How would you describe your sense of style?
I would describe it as a mix between classic American workwear and Western wear with some more modern touches and sensibilities. And there's so much you can do with that. These are Ranch Road, which are made in Spain. Spanish boot makers. Rensons that are made in the UK. This is a vintage Wrangler denim jacket made in the US. It's just got a great fit, super cropped, kind of boxy. Here's another made in USA. It's double RL. And I got this from a place in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's called Pioneer House. It's a great shop, and they have a friend that makes these patches. So they took the jacket and put the patch on.
That's sick.
Letterbuck, baby. This is a vintage jacket and had Ranger Stitch in Nashville do this hand chain stitching on here. Put these little M's up here.
Wow.
Made in Massachusetts. This is a just sort of like a Japanese kimono style detailing here. It says made in Japan. I'm a big hat person. This is important. I've been wearing hats for years. The first hat that I ever got, it needs to be steamed. But this was made by a guy in Los Angeles, Ghost Town Hats. This here is a piece of vintage Japanese denim that I purchased like a small swatch of and sent it to him. And you see this is a repair patch that was done on this piece of fabric, and I had him use it as the hatband. Then I got this one, black indigo dyed headband.
Same hat maker?
No, this is from Worth & Worth in New York City. A guy named Orlando makes these by hand, and they're really great hats. And then I got this one, it's got a shorter brim. This one's called Blaze. It's got this like reddish brown tone to it. This is also Worth & Worth in New York City. Worn these for a lot of shows, a lot of date nights.
Do you still have the same shoes that you started when you restarted running?
Yeah, so these are Brooks. These were my yard work shoes. And just like every day you can see, yeah, there's multiple holes in them. They don't look much different than when I started running again. And yeah, I ran in these every day for the first 75 days of running. They were in these. These are the OGs. That's why I still have them, because they're like, you know, a little bit sentimental. The garment industry in the US has changed dramatically over the last 40 years, 50 years. I guess the 70s and 80s. If you went out and bought clothes in the US, 80% of those were made in the US. And now it's something like 2% or less. So our goal is to make as much as we can in the United States. So these first pieces, the Run Club shirt, and then our first full kit, which will be shorts and a shirt, and the socks, will all be made in the US.
gone all sewn, like either raw cut or sewn finishing, because I think there's a good opportunity to look at more of like a garment dyed approach, which will bring a lot of like visual depth to the product with like how it will highlight and distress seams differently, or finding a dye house either in LA or some other places that could potentially do a full garment, garment dye or wash as well. And I was just looking at some different stitchings, like more like you can do like a marrow type finish, kind of a little bit more like traditional with shape and everything as well. I thought there was something interesting as far as like blocking in opportunities as far as either from color or material transitions. I had this concept of like pleating, doing kind of like a pleated front on the run short, which I think would be really interesting how it could show up.
All right, so today my buddy Abdel is coming over, who is a great friend of mine, but he's also the style and design consultant for the brand. And he's coming over to check out some of the clothing sketches that we have from our clothing designer. So we're gonna go through those, go through the details, look at the trim ideas, the stitching ideas, the fabric ideas. And so I'm kind of getting everything prepped and ready for meeting with him. My favorites were kind of this one for the shell, for the outer part.
This feels so luxe. This feels really different, especially because it is a layer. There's something about this that also feels kind of earthy.
Yeah, I love the texture that it has. It's not super clean, and it's different. So in thinking about developing, so this, these first items are going to be core items, right? Items that hopefully will live forever, and maybe we'll make some refinements and adjustments over time. But do you feel like this fabric feels like a core?
Yeah, I do. I've been thinking about it. It's, your first kit, essentially your core, even if this is like sort of your first core short that comes out, it really has to stand out. Like it has to feel so different.
Abdel's a really great friend of mine. I've known him for a long time, and he has been around since the inception of Reveille. We would have conversations about what I wanted the aesthetic of the brand to be and how I wanted people to feel when they interacted with the brand. So he's kind of the perfect fit for this. He really gets it. He really gets the vision that I have, and he always has great insights into how to push boundaries and how to do something that's interesting and different from what's already out there. So it's important for this first launch. What we're going to do is a full kit. The idea is that all these pieces kind of work together and live in the same world. And if things work out, we'll have a couple colors of each thing. Obviously, getting things made in America is a little bit more expensive than other parts of the world, but it's something that's really important to us from a sustainability standpoint, environmental impact standpoint, and so we're rolling with it. We've got a factory partner for the clothing. We've got a hosiery mill for the socks, and still working on the hat part. There are so many decisions to be made, so many things to consider, so many details, and I'm a details person, so I love it. But at the end of a meeting like that, I feel a little bit scattered because everything feels important. The great thing is that everybody that's involved in this project cares, and it's fun creating something. It's fun creating something from the ground up and making something from scratch. Overall, the vibe is going to be sort of like this rock and roll, gritty, earthy, badass type of feel. We want people to feel powerful when they wear our stuff, and also look great. We want people to feel like they look different than everyone else out there. And we think there's a space in the market for what we're doing, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. We'll do another couple rounds of revisions, and then we'll start the sampling process with the factory. So getting sample shorts made, sample tops made, socks, hats, all that stuff, and wear testing them, getting them on people, and making further revisions and tightening things up until they're like really ready to go. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing. Hope you guys are doing all right. Thanks for watching.